Hello boys and girls, this is Miss Laura. I hope you are doing well and ready to get started with our math workshop lesson for today. So early on in the week, we looked at a problem that dealt with conversion of measurements. Because this time we want to review some of the standards and strategies we learned early on in the year, we're going to continue that work. So let's dive right in and see what we have to do today. So our teaching point for today is that mathematicians convert among different sized standard measurement units within a given measurement. Okay, how do we do this? We need to make sure that we check our measurements, right, in our word problem or in any type of problem that we see. It could be a word problem or just an application problem. Ask ourselves, what direction are the units moving in, right? Are they moving from smaller to larger? In that case, we would have to divide. Or are they moving from larger to smaller, which in that case we would have to multiply. Okay, I like using this little cursor because it makes sure sometimes I'm talking and I want to make sure that your eyes are looking where my eyes are looking. Vocabulary. So some of the vocabulary that we want to see in your writing, boys and girls, are here. Okay, so you want to make sure that you use conversion when you're explaining your work. Kilometers, meters, and centimeters. It's very important that you include the measurement unit in your answer. And there's another word that I was thinking of that I should have included as well, measurements. Okay, because this is something that we're doing. Okay, so you might want to include that as well. I included this for you as well, which is just a conversion summary. So basically, this is giving you what you need to know as simple as it can be. So you multiply when your units are moving from a larger unit to a smaller unit. You need to multiply. However, you do divide when your units are moving from smaller unit to a larger unit. Okay, so let me give you an example. If I have liters and I'm moving from kiloliters to liters, that in that case I would have to multiply. But if I'm moving from liters to kiloliters, then I would have to divide. Okay? Let's continue. Before you begin your problems that we have attached, we want you to watch this EdPuzzle video. There are 4 questions that we want you to answer. Make sure you listen carefully and choose your answer wisely. Okay, so that's the first thing you are going to do when you finish watching this video. So let's look at this problem set here. Students were challenged at track tryouts to run as far as possible as they could run. Bill ran 5,350 meters. Rob ran 3,200 meters. John ran 1,800 meters. Jill ran 2,700 meters. Did all the students run at least 3 kilometers? If not, how many more meters do they need to run to reach at least 3 kilometers? So right away I noticed that when I was reading, all the tryout runs were in meters. Then the problem is asking me to find out if they ran at least 3 kilometers. So now I am noticing there's two different units, meters and kilometers. So right away I say no, because I noticed that I had to convert meters to kilometers, just like I said. Second, when converting meters to kilometers, I have to divide because I am moving from a small unit to a bigger unit. Okay, do you guys see that? Let's continue. Step number 3, I converted the times in meters to kilometers. So now I had to divide that by 1,000. So I knew that I had to move this decimal 1, 2, 3. So now I see that Bill did run at least 3, and Rob also ran 3 kilometers. However, John and Jill did not. So I was able to ask myself, how much more does John need to run to make at least 3 kilometers? So I said he needs 1,200 kilometers more, and Jill needs 300 kilometers more to make this 300. Okay, so do you see how I wrote down my steps? We want to see these kind of steps in your work. Make sure that you explain, that you show us your thinking with your words. Just don't say you're going to divide, just explain exactly what, okay? Okay, so here's our teaching point again. Make sure that you understand that you're converting between two different standard measurement units. You have to check your measurements. Ask yourself, what directions are the units moving in? Is it from smaller to larger, larger to smaller? What's next? What's next? What's next? All right, so like I said, first let's watch our EdPuzzle video. Solve the problems attached to your Google form or Google document. Complete your exit slip and complete at least one lesson on iReady. Okay, boys and girls? So let's keep it up, this good work that we're doing. Your teachers all miss you, and hope you have a great day. See you next time. Ciao.